I quit my job again. I quit my job again. Today, I am going to be kicking off the channel with an entrepreneur talk, our e-talk one-on-one. So this is going to be for all my entrepreneurs, people aspiring to be an entrepreneur. These videos will be for you. So in today's video, I want to talk about when you should quit your corporate job, or if you should quit your corporate job, or if you, whatever 9 to 5 you have. Being an entrepreneur, I have experienced both. I've experienced working 9 to 5 or working corporate while building a business, operating a business. I've also only worked for myself, so being a full-time entrepreneur. So I have insight on both scenarios. And I do want to start by saying that everybody's journey is different. So what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. I've learned a lot. There are things that I wish I would have known beforehand. And so now I just want to share these things with you guys that are watching this. So number one, know that you can work somewhere and run a successful business. Some things that you want to consider before even leaving a job is having a plan. And I don't mean just a vision. The first time around, when I quit my 9 to 5, I had a vision of what I wanted my life to look like, of what I wanted the business to look like, but I didn't have a plan. So I wasted what I feel a lot of time kind of going in circles and just putting together a plan. Know that your plan will change once you start to implement it, because there is not a straight line when it comes to building, creating, operating, or growing a business. But you do need to initially have a plan so that when you do leave your job, you're not wasting time trying to figure out what to do now that you're not working. I learned the hard way. The second thing is accountability. So it's going to be very, very important that you have people in your life to hold you accountable, because let me tell you something, y'all. Entrepreneurship is fun, but you really have to be disciplined, because you don't answer to anybody. There's not a clock you're punching into. There's nobody that you have to have meetings with about your performance, about your sales metrics, anything like that. And then be disciplined. So that kind of goes in line with just having freedom of time, being disciplined and making sure that you're doing what you say you're going to do when you're going to do it. If you're like me and you are looking to grow your business, or back when I was just starting a business, I was just like, I just want to quit. I want to work for myself full time and just hit the ground running. Sounds good. Works for some people. Again, you have to know who you are. But what I will say is, one thing to really consider before quitting your job completely is, does it make sense financially? Okay. I made the mistake the first time around thinking that once I quit my job, I'll have all this time, so I'll be able to hit the ground running, hustle, get the clients I need, and business is going to take off. So financially, it needs to make sense. I highly, highly recommend, depending on what your living situation is, having at minimum, and some of y'all might cringe when you hear this because you might feel like it's not enough, but at least have 3 months worth of living expenses saved up. And honestly, that's probably not enough, simply because you also are going to have business expenses as well. So really make sure that financially it makes sense for you to leave your job to pursue full-time entrepreneurship. Take the time to actually write out your finances, write out your budget each month to make sure that it's going to make sense and you're going to be able to survive if the business does not take off the way that you plan for it to take off. This is just what I've learned from my own personal experiences, and everyone's story and journey is going to be different. But I wanted to share those nuggets because these are things that I've learned through the mistakes I've made, and just even through some of the successes that I've had so far. So make sure to have a plan, have a solid plan, I should say. Be disciplined, have an accountability partner, and make sure that it makes sense financially. All right, YouTube fam, that's what I have today for our e-talk on when or if you should leave your corporate job to pursue entrepreneurship or to grow your business. These tips will definitely help you if you take heed to them. And if you have any questions or comments, please drop them below, and I will see you guys next time.